I'm TechoBaz. Welcome to the channel that's all about radio, vintage, turntables, stereos, all sorts of things. I hope you like what we do on our channel. Enough of the chit chat, let's get on with the videos. Okay, we've got our radio here at the back. Yes, that power cord wasn't real crash hot, so I have just a terminal block here which we shall put on. I certainly hope all this is going to work out. We'll see how we're going. We have that done. We shall turn him around, make sure there's nothing touching. Now here, my test speaker, because we don't have the speaker in the radio, I have soldered a couple of wires onto the output transformer. Sorry, that is the choke, power choke. That is not the transformer, it's underneath. Right, that's it. We shall go to dim bulb. It's a bit nerve-wracking doing this, especially on camera. Okay, power's on. We're on dim. I've got a variac over here. It's through an isolation transformer, always through an isolation transformer. So we'll increase the variac and monitor this fella. He's switched to number 1, which is a 40 watt light globe, and we'll see if we can get anything happening on 70 volts. Okay. A note to self, always turn the radio on. He's on there, volume's down. Okay, we'll try that again. We don't seem to have, that one's warm. We do have warm valves. We have one volt on our filament line. We may not have enough power through yet. I'm drawing, we'll up a little bit. We are on 200 volts. We do not have any dim bulb. We're on 30 watts. We do have activity. Go up a little bit further. do have a dim bulb. He is just, you'll probably see that in the camera, just lighting up just a little bit. We're drawing 36 watts at the moment. A bit of current consumption. Probably take it a while for the caps to reform. Nothing is getting warm at the moment. We do have aerial and we have oscillator, which is good. And look at that. We do have activity. We do have our filter getting warm. Now that's our main filter. Probably struggling to reform. Activity. How good is that? We don't have very much activity. But we do have a little bit. And that's a very good thing. Okay. Our transformer there's no heat there, but we certainly have heat coming, or warmth coming from our main filter cap. This heat could take a while to reform, so we'll leave this running for a little while. Just back him off a little bit on the wattage. He's back to 25 watts there, and we'll see if the capacitor, if the filter cap reforms, and just check out a few more things as we go along, and see how we go. Alright, I'll stop the camera now and we'll come back shortly after say 20 minutes, and we'll see how it's performing then. Okie doke, we're back again. So I'm not real sure where to put all these lights yet. Once we get computer and OBS Studio set up in here, I'll be able to get some cameras on various things. But at the moment, this is a quick job. I've put him up. He's still running. Let's try the main B plus there, and we have very low, 96 volts. So yeah, she's very low on the output side. All these leads are so crunchy. You only just touch them and they crack apart. So there's a lot of work got to go into this little fella yet. I see here where there's a couple of caps that actually don't make. I haven't got the schematic in front of me, but the two positives. Oh no, that must be for your bias. Yeah, but our main B plus anyway is sitting on 96. Now, if we put that on AC and have a look, we don't have much ripple there. 0.7. There's not much AC content, so could be a weak tube maybe. We'll check the 5x3 AC in, and we're looking there at 185 on one winding on one end and 186 on the other, so that's quite good. Voltage there on the output of the valve should be the same as I can't get a reading on this. Come on, give me a reading there. Yeah, 96. So that is definitely your main HT1 from the, I think it's a 5x3. Yeah, 5x3 GT. So something is terribly amiss there. We've got a cap here which is in the audio stage. I'm just looking for the screen cap to the audio. I'll have to get a circuit on this anyway. So we'll probably stop him now. I know it needs a filter cap. That one is running quite warm. So we'll go from there and change it. And then we'll check out what else has to be done. But we do have a very, very small signal. Not much happening there. But there is audio. So that's very good. There's not much audio, but there's a little bit. But I mean, that could be anything. Our HT, as I said, we'll go and get a circuit, we'll have a look through the circuit together, and then we'll come back to this and see what's happening there. The light wise, my little light, probably not all the best there for your camera work, for your viewing, but anyway, that's what we're looking at. Have to get some lights set up in here and some more cameras. Okay, we'll put this over here. As you can see, it makes quite a bit of difference. And our dim bulb, we're on the 70 watt dim bulb there. We're switched to number 2, and our little meter tells us that we're on 224 volts. We're drawing 29 watts, and it's at 130 milliamps. So very handy having these little meters. Just a cheap Chinese thing, 20 bucks I think it was. It's great. It works up to 10 amps and from 50 volts to 300 volts. So you can virtually put it on any mains equipment and measure up to your 10 amps. So yeah, certainly doing the job. Alright, we'll do a little bit more investigation, and we'll come back after we've found the circuit and changed the main filter cap. Okay. And by the way, I thought I'd share a little bit with you with the valves. We've taken them out. As you can see, lots and lots of dirt connected with this fluff and so forth. Now, we've got a 6A8. You guys all already know where these go. The 6U7. We've got a 6V6. The 6V6 looks like it's had a fair bit of work too, and the 5Y3. So we'll start with the 5Y3. CNRB plus was very, very, very low. Obviously caps as well, but I want to see what emissions we've got out of these valves before we go too much further. Okay, once again, sorry about the audio. Now, 5Y3, well, let's look him up in our little book here. 5Y3. I don't think I can get all this in, so I'll just read off the settings. This little fella, Accurate Instruments, he's just a little model 151 tester. I've always had this. It works most of the time like a dream. There's some valves it doesn't test, but it does the job for nearly everything that we've got here anyway. 5Y3. Okay, we have our 5Y3, and we will put him in socket number 2. 40, number 4, 5Y3. So we're on socket number 2. Selector number 4, 40 milliamp, and we disregard 9. So we will try this. We shall turn him on. It's a bit strange, that reading straight off. Number 4 and number 6. And the borderline of good there. And number 4 is a bit strange. Let's try our shorts. Go back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, number 9, as the book says, ignore number 9, so we can ignore that. Now, do we have, yes, we have filaments there of 5 volts. We go back, and we don't have a very nice valve, do we? It's just on the borderline. We'll let him warm up a little bit more, very close to the borderline on that half of the valve, and on the other half we have not a lot better, but slightly better. It's not real good, not quite what we need, really. Okay, we'll find another valve and see can we get this a little bit better. Okay guys, now we have a 6V6 GT. Hopefully we can do a little bit better than the old 5Y3. She's certainly had its day. Had a lot of use, that. Okay, 6V6 is coming up. Not terribly good at the moment either. I think this little radio has had an extreme amount of use over the years. I do have another 6V6 here. It's new old stock, so we'll also see what its emission is compared to this fella. But by the look of that, certainly struggling. Take him out and compare him with our new one, the 6V6 GT. Turn him on. and see how this fella fares. And I think that speaks for itself there at the moment. She's certainly up in the green. Sitting on 60 there at the moment. I got a top cap on this fella, and it's the 6B6, B for Bravo, and there he is. And Phillips valve, we shall check him. Okay, let's see how this fella's going to go. Looking good, climbing nicely. Hopefully he gets away from the red. Oh, I think we'll be right. We've just gone past the red slightly. I'll give you guys a look in the camera there. Yeah, it's questionable, but I would say we're right with that fellow. I would think he will be okay. He's still actually rising, so we should be right. 6U7. Next. Socket number 2, top cap for 6U7. Here we go. Oh, looking very good. Looking very good. That will be not a problem. That is a very good valve. Well, not as good as a new one, but as good as we can get with certainly with the age of this radio and the hours on it. This has had a lot of hours, this radio. Next fellow, 6A8. We'll see how our 6A8 performs. We're on test, we're ready to go. Filament's correct. Let's see what he's going to go up to. Looking reasonably good. Looking very good. So it looks like I'll have to get myself, actually I can't find a 5x3 at the moment. I think there's one here in the workshop. If not, we'll have to order one. And the 6v6, well, it's weak. I have a new one there. We want this radio to perform. I'll be using this myself on display, so I will be replacing the 6v6 and certainly the 5x3. We're on 56 there at the moment, which is good. We shall do a shorts test. We've got to ignore number 7, so we go back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 indicators on, 8, 9, top cap, so no problems there. And if we go back to there, we're doing pretty well. We're on 56. So yep, that's good. Okay, we'll be back with the video shortly. Well, we're back, and we've just started on the process of getting the paint off the Bakelite case for the radio. As you can see, paint stripper does a pretty good job, and certainly doesn't affect the Bakelite at all. So yeah, we'll have him looking lots better fairly soon, I feel. Paint stripper does a great job on this, really good. Yes, he's doing a good job. Main thing is, don't leave it too long before the paint starts to dry again, otherwise it makes it very difficult. Okay, I will remove some of this now. That's this may take several goes. I'm using paper towel, and what we do here is get the top layer of paint off. There is several layers of paint on this radio, so it's quite time consuming and quite grotty, something we don't want to do. Okay, that will do us for that one. We'll paint on another layer. And keep him going. We may leave this one a little bit longer. The paint's quite thick in this area, as you can tell by the chips of paint, how it's gone through different layers of paint that's chipped off over the years. I don't profess to know a lot about painting or stripping or anything. All I know is this does a pretty good job, and it's about the only way of getting the paint nicely off the Bakelite without doing some physical damage to it. Okay. We shall leave this for a little while and come back to it fairly soon. Okay, so far we've done this side, got him a little bit gone. We're now doing this side, this top here. The key is just small sections at a time. So the paint is that thick on this thing. There's about 4 layers of cream, and the bottom layer very old, very thick. So it's just taking some time to get it done. But when it does a good job. Okay, we'll come back soon. Well, hi again everyone. I'm back from a little bit of time off. Now we've done the valves, everything with this old girl. The lighting's still not real good. We're just about to update some of the lighting. And boy, restuffing caps. This is where we're up to at the moment. This fella, he was a 16 microfarad at 525 volts. What we're putting in a couple of 10s, actually. They're the fellas we're putting in, and yeah, it's a matter of this aluminium around. I'll just get a bit closer there, around the base of the capacitor can very, very thin and corroded. It does have a very small tear in it there, which is just corroded through. So at the moment we've got to make this get in there as far as we can to be able to bend the top over, put on our ring, the earth ring, and then our base clamp over the end of him. So yeah, a lot of mucking around here. Now I'm going to call this the end of the video. The end of this video. Obviously there'll be a part 3 when we get back onto this old girl. There's the you can't see that for the light. The lighting in here is shocking. Okay, I'll have to do something with this. But anyway, we got this off without damaging too much. I will probably put some heat shrink, clear heat shrink, over this fella so it preserves the case. The other cap that was in here, no problem. We found a 16 mic, 500 volt. He's all ready to go in, chassis mounted. So we've got him ready to go back in. But we'll do all this and get back to you in the next video when these fellas are mounted in. I just thought I'd bring you up to date on where we're up to with the caps. So in the next video we will be checking the resistors, checking the caps. Well, we won't check the caps, we'll just replace them. The whole lot's got to be replaced anyway. It's a terrible setup. And we'll check all the resistors, so forth. The wiring has to be replaced. I do have 2 rolls of wire. I buy my cloth covered wire from West Components in Sydney. Reason being, I order these up till 4 o'clock in the day, and they're here tomorrow morning in around 9 o'clock. So always have been like that. Brilliant service. So yeah, West Components is where I buy a lot of my material. Okay guys, until the next video, take care. We'll see you then.